Hey guys, welcome. I'm Phoenix Films, and I'm gonna be trying out this React thing. One of my friends who moved across the country used to watch Game of Thrones together, but yeah, now we can't watch our shows together. And considering how Game of Thrones turned out, I've been looking for something to scratch that dark and gritty itch. So hopefully this fits the bill. He said he really wants me to react to uh, Attack on Titan. He said it's a lot like Game of Thrones, so I'll probably like it. So I guess this is kind of for him, and if anyone else wants to join me. I haven't really seen much anime. Like growing up, there's like Yu-Gi-Oh! And some of the Pokemon movies. Really it. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. He gave me a list of things that I need to keep in mind. First thing is most important. Spoilers are everywhere, so don't Google, don't search in YouTube. The recommendations can screw you over. Blah blah blah. Don't watch the previews that are after the credits. Okay. While the English and Japanese versions are both good, in the later seasons the Japanese is better. So I should try that first. Okay. Guess the only other show I've seen with subtitles is Generation War, that German Band of Brothers. So I don't think it'll be too big of a problem. Let's see. Don't look at the titles of episode 8 or 17. Okay. Edit out the opening and ending credits. Some more bunch of content ID stuff. He says all the little details really matter, so take notes. All the questions that I'll ever ask will eventually be answered. I guess as a challenge, I could come up with questions that won't be answered. Yeah, so I guess for the template of these, the only other like show reactions I've ever watched is Film Buff's Game of Thrones. I've also seen like teen reacts back in the day, like I don't know, those brothers who try to copyright reaction videos or whatever. Anyway, yeah, so Film Buff's Game of Thrones. I got into Game of Thrones kind of late, so I hopped in like in the middle or after season 6 is when I started, and then so waiting for season 7. Film Buff has like this really good analysis of the trailers. Um, so I've been kind of following him ever since. I really like his style. It's like very clean. I guess that's what I'm aiming for. I've seen he's also done Attack on Titan as well, but I don't know. I didn't think I ever clicked on one. Maybe I'll like recognize like some thumbnail or something. Hopefully not. I guess my foreknowledge going into this is that other than it's like Game of Thrones dark and gritty, is that there are these big zombie-like things called Titans that are attacking, and that should take me through episode 1. All right, let's get into this. Birds. Eerie. It's a lot of smoke. That's a hand. There's a lot of smoke. It's like a fire. Those walls are huge. Ruled by them. In a cage. Wow. That is a big boy. City design was really weird. It's like a semicircle. What are these? What are those? First space. First space outside the walls, so people don't go outside the walls. Oh my god, how big are these trees? Three-dimensional maneuver gear. So, pulleys. Sounds like, yeah, those look like CO2 canisters, like in paintball guns. Spider-Man. Spider-Man jetpacks. Like, hit from behind. Spinny boy. Why do they use swords? Because they got like CO2 canisters using swords. It's just steampunk. Art style is kind of cool. It's kind of like Archer, I guess. That is a lot of death. Yikes. Guess that was our cast before. Man, that was a lot of blood. It's pretty hype though. Wonder what those colors are about. Walls getting smashed. Whoa. That's really cool. I attacked it from behind too. Yeah, they're shooting him. Well, what kind of guns are those? Kind of look like muskets. Whoa, is that gonna happen? Oh, skydiving? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. What? Oh. Olive Zhiganshina to 2,000 years in the future. A lot of images just there. Like a bee on someone's eye. It's like a Gillette uniform. Like British cavalry. Guess so. You don't. 2,000 on train. You have like amnesia? Maybe. Weird. Okay, so there's a lot of Titan boys out there. Yeah, those walls are huge. It's no wonder people would worship them. They got some big ass mountains, hills around them too. Roses. Thomas. It does remind me a lot of Archer. Like I've seen it on like commercials. These are guards. Drink a lot. They are kind of slacking. Drinking on the job. Doctor's son. $100 years. Jaeger. Epidemic. $50 meters. Those are huge. Garrison. Oh. 100 years. I guess 100 years of not anything happening. This kid's angsty. Ooh. Survey. Surprise about this survey. What was it? Core? Survey core? Maybe. Yeah, survey core. People don't like it. Hannes and Mika said both don't like it. I know what the gate's like. You see it before? There's like a lot of Titans on the wall. Like in the shot just before. They have to like... Maybe they're slow. Yikes. Reminds me of that Band of Brothers scene. Before Bastogne. Eaten. Titans eat them. What's this? Bring what? Body? That is not his body. Is that his swords or something? Yeah, I can see why people don't really like the Survey Corps or don't want him to join. Whatever it is. Moses fight back. Man, morale looks really low here. Is this like after the scene from before it? This guy like their leader? Dude, he's losing it. Is it... Hmm. Yeah, he really likes them, I guess. Like big sister. Holy one-handed. Hey, after seeing all those people, maybe he's rethinking it. Man, I lives within 3 walls. While Maria says 100. Okay. Way too fast. I'll have to come back to that, I guess. Candles. Like free electricity. Water pump. No plumbing. The doctor. Yikes. Oh yeah, mom's mad. Got a point. Wait, did he like that? There's boats. Carla. Hmm. Secret basement. Again with the cattle. And he's real angsty. He's like really what's this? The weak talker. Reminds me of me. Man, Aaron's like so feisty. Damn. So they're scared of Mikasa. Mikasa? Tsukasa? Armin. Are they friends? Yeah, they gotta be friends. He's another the only other guy who wants to go outside too. Royal government. Outside taboo. He's so cold. His dad didn't exactly take a side. Oh, this is where the oh, I got a bad feeling. Music stopped. Whoa, lightning from the sky, and there's the smoke. Was there a fire down below from the lightning? Yeah, this is how it started, right? Yeah. The hand is back. Oh man, is he gonna like bust down the walls like in the yeah. Wow, that guy is creepy. Oh no, is he kicking? Oh, this music. Strong boy. Yikes. Oh, got some shivers. Oh god. Yeah. Doesn't looks like the smoke is coming from him. It wasn't any fire. Weird. Did he like shrink? Is he not gonna bust the whole wall down? Those things just walk like zombies. Or they run. You even outrun them. Yikes. Oh no. Uh-oh. The rock? Yikes. Yeah, it's not moving. I love choir uh soundtracks. Hmm. Honest. Is he drunk still? Johannes? Epidemic? Jesus, they are creepy. Oh my god. Ugh. Is he running? He's running. Oh, don't tear in two. No, it didn't. Wow. After 100 years. Terror. I do these things. Age. Wow. That went from nice sunny day to a bloody sunny day. Right quick. I'm gonna take a little break and process that, and then come back and discuss it, I guess. Yep. All right, so I've done all the. I've decided that I'm gonna do the editing, the edited version, before I do the post reactions. So like I'll have essentially rewatched it again, and I can pick up on all the little things that I might have missed. So for content ID, I'm not really sure exactly how it works. Like some people say like 10 minutes. I've seen it, but like I Googled that and it doesn't really come up with much. So I'm gonna go with like if I am talking during a portion that like counts as fair use, where it's like enough of a new content, I guess. I'm going over the 10 minutes. I hope that's okay. Yeah, so my overall impression is like that really got into an exciting place really quick. The pacing's really good. Hell of a first episode. It's definitely dark and gritty. People getting smashed by flying debris. Um, so I'm really liking it, so I think I'll continue. I hope you enjoy my reactions. Anyway, so let's get into the discussion. All right, so I think I'm gonna do kind of like topical. I'm just gonna do like who, what, where, when, why. So who, we have Aaron and Mikasa in the opening, and Aaron's kind of like this feisty boy, a little angsty. Gets in fights or fights with his mom a lot. I mean, like he fights with her like the last thing that he does with her. Wow. Other than like the trying to lift her out of the house. And you have Mikasa. So originally I thought like she's his big sister, but in the scene with Hannes when he's like drunk at the wall or whatever, he says, "Oh, it's Jaeger's son." He doesn't say, "Oh, it's Jaeger children." So I don't know what to think about that. But like that she's like in their home. She seems like she's uh physically gifted. I don't know. She threw Aaron against the wall with one arm, and then like all those bully dudes are like scared of her. So she's kind of got like a reputation of being a physical person. I don't know. I mean, that would kind of make sense, I guess, because Carla says that she needs to look out for him, for Aaron. Aaron. So we got Aaron Mikasa. Next is Hannes. It's like a guard in the garrison. He's kind of like Howard. I don't know if I would kind of like drinking on the job, and then when everything goes to shit, he's like not even doing the job that he said he would do. So then he also gets some exposition about Jaeger, Dr. Jaeger, and Aaron's the son. Yeah, so Daddy Jaeger is a doctor. I guess that might mean they're wealthier or something. He saves like the entire, like a bunch of people from an epidemic, entire town. I don't know. So he's kind of famous. So Aaron's kind of got a lot to live up to. There's also kind of like a religious group. I don't know if it's a group. There's a preacher on the street who's preaching about the walls given by the gods. Talk more about the walls in a bit. So then you have the guards. So Hannes is the garrison. Their uniforms looked really similar to the Survey Corps, except the Survey Corps has like those green hooded cloaks, with different insignia on the back than the garrisons. But then under that cloak, they have the same like tan jacket, and the same gear. I'll talk more about the gear in a bit. Right, so the Titans eat people, so it is like zombies, big zombies. So I think it's about time to talk about the elephant in the room, the big dude who kicks down the door. He's like a different appearance than all the other smaller Titans, so he's like unique. Other than the fact that he's also huge. Right, so he appears in like this lightning strike, like yellow lightning, and it shakes the ground. Like, so did he like teleport? Like, is this lightning strike like? Yeah, so I'm trying to think of like how this can relate to like Game of Thrones a little bit. Is this kind of like a low magic world too, or um, or is there like no fantasy elements other than the zombies? Yeah, so big dude shows up in a flash of lightning, and there's like smoke coming out of him, and which I thought was of like a fire, because where there's smoke, there's fire, and so I thought there was gonna be a fire, but then it does this panning shot, and there's no fire on the ground. There's just like all the normal smaller Titans who have like normal skin behind him, and the smoke is like coming off of his top half. Yeah, I don't. And then right as it's cutting away from him, after he kicks down the door, it looks like his head was like going down, and then this smoke stopped. So like, so was he like shrinking? Is he like actually a normal sized one, and then he can just like expand himself to be bigger? Yeah, continuing with the people. People don't like the Survey Corps. We have Moses. His death causes the officer leader to have like a mental breakdown. He was saying like, I led these people to their deaths, or like they all died for no reason. I'm not sure if he's the officer, because like normally in militaries, officers have distinguishing ranks or medals, or I don't know. a little bit of a different getup, but he looked the same as all the other ones. At the start of the episode when Aaron's like waking up, there was like a bunch of flashing images, and one of them had what looked like a British the lifeguards. They're like royal guards who have like these gold tassels called I I Aiguillettes. I don't know how to pronounce it. Like AI. It's like a French word, Guillet or something, Ttes or something. It's like these gold decorations. Yeah, so it kind of looks like that. So like I was thinking, are there like officers that wear? Do they get those uniforms, or maybe these uniforms that they have on right now are like their service uniforms, and then they also have separate dress uniforms like we do here today, modern times. So moving on, we have Carla, the mom. She seems pretty normal for mom. Yeah, so she's yelling at Aaron. She kind of worries about him and kind of relies on Mikasa. Okay, continuing. Oh, yeah, then you have the dad who didn't get mad at Aaron. It's like he just kind of questioned him and said, okay. He's like, everyone's curious, Carla. Not gonna like beat the curiosity out of him. And then he like had the key to a secret basement. So Dr. Jaeger also saved everyone from an epidemic, or saved at least Hannes and a lot of people that they owe him. I wonder if that'll come back, like if the people will have to help his son because they're all indebted to him. I don't know. And then one more thing about the guards. I'm curious if they're all like slackering and drinking. I mean, 100 years of peace, and the only people fighting might be the Survey Corps. And we have Armin. He like also wants to go outside. So originally I didn't think like they really knew each other, just Aaron doesn't like bullies or something. But because like Armin rejects his hand to like pick him up. So like, oh, maybe they're not friends, they're just, I don't know. But then like they're talking later about going outside, so yeah, he's the only other one who's talked favorably about it, so I would imagine that they think about that together. The last who I think is Armin mentions the royal government. Maybe there we'll find the lifeguards outfits. Yeah. So that's the who. I think that's all of the who. The what? So what is going on? Yeah, so it opens with the guy kicking down, or about to kick down the wall. And then you have the forest scene with the Survey Corps. They're like they're like Spider-Man. They're all Spider-Man. I guess that's what the things are for. And they I don't know, it's like some type of compressed gas that powers their like the pulleys or something that let them grapple, I guess. And they use swords. So they have cannons and muskets. Muskets were shown in the opening credits. I wonder why they don't use those. Instead use swords. And the two instances where we see people attacking the Titans, there's one right in the beginning where the guy like twirls down from behind, and then there's one in the opening credits song thing where someone like strikes one in the back as well. So like you wouldn't just like attack these things with swords for no good reason. So there's probably something behind that. Oh yeah, the gear is called three-dimensional maneuver gear. Yeah, so the technology for that is kind of like the metallurgy required, and I don't know how you like even make compressed gas. I don't know if that's like I don't know. It's kind of steampunk. It kind of reminds me of Frostpunk, that video game. Yeah, so maybe that's some liberty, like add this steampunk kind of element to the show. I think that's it for the what. Where's next? The city is called Zhiganshina, and it has like this U shape. That's kind of weird. Like normally cities are kind of circular, but then maybe they built the walls first and then the city second, I guess. Yeah, and then there's I didn't see this. I didn't notice it the first time, but in the edits I saw that there's like a river running through, and the Dr. Jaeger says that he's taking a ship. I imagine he's using the river, or uses the river because it's like the only water there. And it would make sense, like if you found a city, you need to have a source of water nearby. Oh, like makes me think of kind of like Helm's Deep, right? With the like the grate. I'm curious, like if they have to build a wall through the river, maybe the Titans like can't go underwater, so then they can't go under or like through the river. Yeah, I don't know. And then I guess the only other location mentioned is the secret basement. I don't remember if there was anything else. So like, oh, oh my God, I totally forgot the mid episode info dump. I need to find that. All right, so the first little thing, information we can share so far about the walls. Humanity lives within 3 walls. The outermost is Wall Maria, second is Wall Rose, and the innermost is Wall Cena. They have 3 walls. Are they all the same size? They have like, one of those is like a feat in itself. 3. So like the Great Wall of China, right? Which I guess is kind of comparable to this, but like I think this wall is like even taller than like the Great Wall of China. And the Great Wall of China is like very massive, right? And it's like a bunch of different collection of walls, I guess. But that like they spent, I don't even know, like over centuries they built the Great Wall of China. So maybe that's what the 2,000 years in the future is. Like, did it take 2,000 years to build these walls? Because like I think I remember reading about the Great Wall of China, and like some towns that lived near it that did the building, like some people would just work on the wall their entire life. Like birth to death, building the wall. So, and like some like villages were like strictly to support building the wall, etc. Maybe there's like some fantasy, like so Game of Thrones, the wall. It's also kind of big, kind of like this. So maybe the walls are like the low fantasy part. Yeah, either like I guess like 2,000 years or low fantasy. I wonder if the names are significant. They all have different like crowns on them, their heads.
So the second part is about the walls. The distance between each is roughly the same. 100 kilometers between Maria and Rose. That was the first and second. And 130 kilometers from Rose to Sina. And the center to from Sina to the center is 250 kilometers. That would be a total of 480, 500 kilometers from the center to Wall Maria. Did they say what wall? I don't know if I caught that. What wall we're on? I would assume the outside, I guess. The outermost wall. So there's like these semicircles on here. So these all cities on the screen cap. So there's like north, east, south, and west cities for each of the walls. That's kind of convenient, like, because each city needs a river or a spring or aquifer or some source of fresh water. So to have every city kind of aligned evenly, do they like build canals? Is the 2,000 years thing? This walled place take a really long time to build, or is this supernatural again? I don't know. Well, okay. So this is going into the when. 100 years of peace. The 1900 other years. Were they fighting? Did they have like better technology before and then like lost it? Maybe they had better technology and could build all these walls. And then that machinery or something was lost. Maybe we'll have like ancient technology brought into here. Maybe that's like how they figured out these gas canister things. Yeah. Oh, so I didn't notice this. But the year is 845. But this technology seems like muskets and cannons is like, and those were not like matchlocks. So these are like 1800s, late 1700s, Napoleonic era weapons. Maybe the year. Why does it start? I don't know. Maybe just to. Maybe like 1000 before 0 is equivalent to our 0. Could be. And then this is like 1845. So like weapons just prior to Civil War, US Civil War. I guess that makes sense. So another thing about the when. So Dr. Jaeger leaves. And it was kind of like midday maybe. And then the wall gets kicked down around sunset. So he might not still be there if that ship left a while ago. Which kind of sucks, because it would be handy to have some doctors like right about now. At least he'll survive if he did in fact leave. Oh, 100 years. So getting into the why now. Why 100 years of peace? And today's the day that this big guy shows up. Maybe like this lightning bolt. Maybe he's like sent from the heavens. Like crashing down, I don't know, like a fallen angel, fallen demon. Talking about God giving the walls. Maybe this guy is cast out of heaven or something. Maybe. I don't know, this people didn't seem particularly religious other than the preacher guy in the street. Yeah, so why now? So why in 100 years have they not like made any progress outside the walls as well? Oh, so there's been like a ton of mentions of cattle caged, eaten, ruled, and right with Hannes and Aaron talking in the beginning. Aaron asks if they breach the walls. If they breach the walls and enter the city, and then right after he says that, there's someone chopping a fish in half. So like, I get the feeling like some amount of sense of maybe the Titans are like farming them, the humans, because they're like kept in a cage and ruled by the Titans. Are the Titans like dumb like zombies, or because if you're like farming humans, that's got to be like intentioned. Maybe the big guy's like a leader. Maybe they're out of food, so they need uh to break the pen open, I guess. Reap what they sow. Maybe these Titans live a really long time, so they can have like they can be patient and wait 100 years for their food to. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Yeah, how did they build the walls? How did these Titans get made? Have they always existed? And they were used to be peaceful with humans? So one thing I thought of, or just thought of, so there was smoke coming out of the big Titan. I wonder if he's like mechanically powered, like steampunk as well, and just like the skin of him is like a membrane just draped over it. Um, I mean, there was no like gear sounds or like mechanical sounds though when he like lifted his leg. Maybe not. So the last things to talk about, I guess, is the opening credits song slash what was in that. There were like people running around. There were like a whole army of people with like the sword gear, which is exciting. I think Aaron and Mikasa were in the swords gear. I think so. I guess we'll probably get to see that then. There was like some other characters in there too. It's probably maybe the rest of the main cast or something. There's like some really cool action sequence of people like running on the rooftops and like shooting their spider spider web harpoons, and like yeah, that was really cool. Songs like pretty hype. The music in the show, I'm really glad I'm listening to it with headphones because like when uh when the big Titan kicked down the wall, the bells. I can't remember what those are called. It kind of looks like a organ actually. It's like a bunch of pipes. It like give me shivers, man. Like, oof. Yeah. Ooh, that makes me think. Um, I'm not sure if I talked about this before, but the big guy kicking down the gate. It was the gate that he kicks. In the opening credits, like there's images of the wall getting smashed down, but he didn't do that. So maybe the gates are weaker than the walls. It's like I guess he grabbed the top of the wall and like he only smashed a little bit of it, like the outside. So maybe it's like super hard. Then why would they put that in the opening credits? Maybe he'll come back and smash the rest of the walls. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all I can think of. So like definitely very dark first episode. The main characters lose their mom, or Mikasa and Aaron lose their mom, or at least Aaron's mom, if she's a sister or not. And then like and watching it, him seeing it, uh, that can kind of like mess you up a little bit. So I guess we'll see where that goes. Yeah. So that was a long amount of rambling, but first episode, there's a lot to take in. I think I got through everything I wanted to say. If you like this, hit that like button, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you'll stick around, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.